story of the Lady of the Lake. This is about Lake Ronkonkoma in Long Island. It is one of the largest and deepest lakes on the island. So in the 1600s, there was a young Sisseton indigenous princess, and she fell in love with a European woodcutter. And he felt the same for her, but her father forbade her from pursuing it or being with him. So she was heartbroken, and it is said that she wrote love letters to him every day for 7 years on bark and let that float across the water to him, and never got a response. And that could be for any reason, whether he didn't get the message or whatever. So many different reasons that could not have, that she didn't receive a response. But it is believed that after that she rowed herself out into the middle of the lake and unalived herself through her heart. So they say that every year she claims one man. I believe there's been over 160 lives claimed since the 1800s there, and they say that she's looking to replace her lost love. Now you're no longer allowed to swim there due to algae, but let's see if we can see what was going on. What is the story of the princess? Heartbreak right away, and in the lake. Heartbreak in the lake. Oh my goodness, I knew I should use this deck. I had a feeling this would be, when I was like, researching the details of the story, this deck just popped right into my head. Six of Swords reversed, Justice reversed, Fantasies, Seven of Cups. Maybe it didn't make it to her. So you see, this is a boat. Six of Swords is usually about getting on a boat and going from here to there, usually leaving rough times for better times. But in this particular case, I feel like with this in reverse, maybe whatever she was sending him across the lake, didn't actually make it there with Six of Swords in reverse. Justice reversed too, an injustice, something not being fair, a fantasy. It's like this fantasy was never able to come true. The Sun reversed, being really sad about the situation. Things aren't going the way that you want them to go. Six of Wands reversed. Again, Six of Wands is victory, so in reverse, it's not having the victory that you want. It's like never achieving the goal that you're trying to achieve, and the Lovers was it was like stuck on my finger right out the middle of the deck. And interestingly enough, again, with this deck, like I chose... They're actually lovers in a lake here. Something that she didn't get to experience here. This is like a need to defend yourself, trying to build something, but too many obstacles to the point where it's like super hard to climb because there's just way too many obstacles. So trying to get across the water, but it's just too hard. It's just too many obstacles. It's like these sticks are too weak. They're going to break. It's just too many obstacles. The High Priestess, and just knowing that it's not going to happen. Something about also the feminine energy under the moonlight, trying to make magic under the moonlight, trying to go to your Emperor. And the Eight of Wands, trying to put things in motion. And with the Eight of Wands, this is usually, you see with this deck again, like the waterfall, it's like things like this just going like whoosh, like that kind of energy. Trying to get her message across to the man that she loves. So I'm wondering, like, did it make it to him? Did it ever make it over to him? Did her messages make it to him? It kind of, I'm not really sure if they actually ever made it to him. I don't think they did. Wish fulfillment, the Mermaid is reversed. This is wish fulfillment. So reversed, it's like the wish didn't come true. Five of Pentacles reversed. This is like not wanting to be left out in the cold, but really trying to come back in, but maybe not succeeding here. Trying to come back in, but again with wish fulfillment reversed, it's like it's just kind of not working here. And Two of Wands, trying to make plans that just don't seem to go anywhere. It's like that vibe of never being able to get anywhere. So I don't think that the messages actually made it over to him. Six of Pentacles reversed, wanted to be generous, but not being able to even give. So like, I think she wanted to be generous with her love. I think she wanted to like send it over to him and give it to him. But, with this reverse, it's almost like, it wasn't able to get to him. Let's see what else. Yeah, and the Hanged Man. And again, funnily enough, that we're in front of what looks like the Hanged Man, just kind of like waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. So it could have been that it really was 7 years that she just tried to wait so long for this to work out. Eight of Cups, and this is like walking away. Normally the card of walking away. Now I'm wondering if this is true, that she actually went, you know, into the middle of the lake. Yeah. So it's like Knight of Cups is the romantic knight of the deck. That's usually a love offer coming in, something like, you know, somebody offering their heart. But Ten of Wands, it's just being too heavy. So heavy that it's just not working out. It's like they feel it, but it's just not working out. And then we have the Devil. It's just like being so bound to this energy and obsessed with it to the point of like obsession, where you're kind of unable to walk away from it. And I think it took her. I think it took her. Yeah, she wanted to work on this, Seven of Pentacles, plant those seeds, maybe, you know, maybe have a future with this person, maybe have a family, and it just was never possible. From day one, it was just never possible. Judgment reversed, feeling like something is your path and your purpose, and you're not able to go on that path. You're not, something is blocking your path, something's blocking your purpose. Seven of Swords, not having all the information, or like wanting to try to keep things hidden, but that wouldn't even work. This is usually maybe like sneaking around or hiding. This is like, even that wouldn't even work with, you know, the situation that they had. And Queen of Cups reversed, feeling really sad. Queen of Cups is Queen of Emotions. Again, here we have a body of water. Water in tarot is emotions, so Queen of Cups is Queen of Emotions. So reversed is a lot of sadness, a lot feeling like really, really super sad, which ties right in. Right off the bat, we have, you know, this feeling of absolute heartbreak with the Indigenous princess. So this is really sad. It's like a love story gone so wrong. Yeah, Four of Wands, King of Swords, wanting to fight for this man, for this king, wanting to be able to celebrate and have a union. This also is like a wedding card. This is like really wanting to have a union with this person, but just something blocking it with this reverse, like not ever being able to get to this point of like celebration and union or marriage, or, you know, the very dreams that she had. It just kind of like, you know, her father being too, this could even represent her father, King of Swords, like being too overbearing, you know, bearing like, you know, putting down the sword, not letting her do what she's supposed to do, and in turn, because of that, you know, not being able to get married to this person, not being able to have this future with this person. And final card. King of Cups reversed. So yes, I think she does take somebody each year. King of Cups reversed, unstable male energy, as her lover once a year, again in the lake. King of Cups is a very happy man, but in reverse, it's a man whose happiness is gone or being taken from him. And he is standing in front of a lake. So maybe it is true. She means no harm. I think she's only trying to, you know, only trying to love someone. All right, you guys, hope you enjoyed.